Hi, Jan. Let me just get myself comfortable. Clock my knee on the computer. Hi, Lamia. Hi, Sue. It's my birthday present last year. Excuse me. Got lots of stuff under the desk, and I keep knocking my knee. I hope I don't swear. I have been known. Oh dear. Let's see if I can share this on Jammers. Nope. Share. Share to a group. And then I shall be with you. Right, that's done. Where are we? There we are. There you go. I'm with you. So I had this this box. Oh, I've had it for ages. I think I bought it in the works. So it's a cheap box of wood. But I like the shape and I like the inside. So I've just roughly taken some of the edges off with the sander, and I've taken out the hardware. I don't know if you've ever had one of these. What do? They fix spectacles, or this one came from a cracker, a Christmas cracker. So anyway, I used those to take out the hinges so that I could get at the inside to sand it. There's nothing worse than rough edges. Oops. Not quite sure what papers to use right now. I do have this one, which I thought was really cute. Hi, Peggy. You know, some of these are quite cute. So this one's in from Decoupage Queen. It's in A3. So they would have been obviously a lot smaller, but so they're quite a big size to fit on the top there. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. I quite like her. Maybe use the green check. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So, finish getting these edges off. Any trouble when they're cheap. You do a lot of sanding. Because this one comes with a magnet, just be careful that you don't cover it when you're painting it. And try to keep the, you know, not very thick paint on there, otherwise the magnet doesn't work as well. I do have some magnets that I could actually use, but See how rough that one is. Oops, sorry. Hope you haven't got earphones in. Okay, here he is. And then once I've done that, then if you're changing the hardware, you'll need to fill in the holes, but I'm not changing it. I'm going to keep it the same. I'm not worried if they get filled up with paint or whatever. Right. How's that looking? Still a bit rough there, but I think that'll be okay. It's on the inside. We're going to paint it anyway. Yeah, it just looks rough. Okay. Well, I hope you're all having a good day, morning, afternoon, evening, whichever way you're on. There you go, that's all nice and primed. It looked a little bit square, so I'm just shaping that off a bit. I think it's the shape of the wood, but that would be quite noticeable, I think. You can see it on that as well. Just like a nodule. It'll be fine, don't have to be perfect, does it? So what's everybody up to today? Have they got any plans? Take the inside first, I think. Okay, where are you? Gesso. You find everything bar the gesso. Okay, so just to clarify, with the bonding primer, that is more for plastics or hard metals, whereas you would use gesso for for porous surfaces. I'll just find. I don't know why I can't find the gesso to use that one, I think. It's probably every time I go downstairs, I keep saying to myself, right, I'll bring up some gesso, and then never mind, I got some gesso. I don't have any water. That'd be a good idea. Let's get some water. Water is good. So let's do the inside first. That can dry while I'm doing the outside. We might have to do this in two sessions. I might not finish it. That's okay. That's something to do next week. Uh-huh. Yes, I shall try to. I got gesso, though. There's a little bit left of this one. There's a little bit left of my my Finnabair one, but that's heavy gesso, so I'm not fussed on using it for this. I do like the idea of this, though. Shape is quite lovely. So I've started my new job. So that went well this week. So my son has been manning the fort. He's done quite well, I think. So what's news? We have the Minty papers in next week. I've had confirmation they will be here Wednesday. Snip art I'm still waiting on. I did message her Thursday and she said Friday she was going to send them, but there was an I think after that. So maybe not. So we are waiting for that. I've also got a restock of Ciao Bella coming in next week. That'll be more towards the end of next week, maybe even the week after. So depends how long it takes to get here, I suppose. Hi, David. Oh, talking about Ciao Bella. David is on the design team. Well deserved. I'm just taking off a bit of this gesso. Just making sure the magnet's not covered. So still a bit rough in there, I think, but it's the inside. I'm sure we'll figure out how to cover it up. Probably with lots of paint and whatnot. Maybe I should have done this before. Watching somebody paint is almost as good as watching it dry. Never mind. Needs be as needs must. I didn't have time to prep anyway because I was busy doing orders. Right. Nearly there. The inside anyway. A bit quiet today. Where is everybody? Right. Let's I'll share it again, see what happens. What else is happening in this world? I'm hoping, oh yes, that was another one, new newspapers. I'm hoping they'll be in this week as well. So lots of new stuff coming in. Anybody else doing anything? Hoping to catch the shops, but it's not looking likely. Maybe a local shop. Oops. Dried stuff. There we go. I'll leave the bottom till last. That'll probably be a different colour, because if you do it white, it looks grubby with it, or black, it looks grubby within seconds because it will stick. Anyway, covered everything. It looks like, you know, the inside's nearly dry on this one. Just going over that again because I might decoupage in there as well. A bit more protection. Normally I would have filled in some of these little holes, and most of the edges are going to be covered with some mouldings. It'll be the least about what it is. Poor David's got to go to work. Not much fun. Especially on a Sunday. I've never liked going to work on a Sunday. I never consider this work. It's like hanging out with my friends. It's not exactly work, is it? And that's what it feels like. Anyway. Hi, Jean. How are you? Yeah, this gesso's getting old. I think it's got little bits in it everywhere. Fine. I'll just pull them off. So what's the news, anybody? Got anything exciting? Oh, night shifts. I suppose night shifts are not too bad on a Sunday, because that's like going into Monday morning is more or less your shift. Right, so that's all I got to do is the edges on the bottom of that one. Do I do the bottom of this one? I might as well while it's drying. The other side is drying. Doesn't matter if it gets mucky because it's going to get painted anyway. So I know yesterday was really cold as well. Yeah, a bit of fluff. Come on, out. Got caught in the wood, I think, that bit of fluff. Yeah, I'm not fussed on this weather when it's cold. I like the heat. Everything is covered. There we go. Get the dryer on them. Hello. Dryer, Leanne, dryer. Dryer. It's just that edge I've got left to do. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they're not getting reminders these days. It's really strange. Facebook has gone a bit odd. It's difficult then when you want to support your friends when you don't get the reminder. What cracks me up is they send us loads of recommendations of people I don't know. But then I don't get the you know, the notifications from my friends. It's bizarre. You don't care if you get reminders, you get bazillions. Yeah, I'd rather get a reminder than I can make my choice then, but yeah. Of course, I don't always have my phone with me either, so sometimes it's my phone. Damn. So you're never going to get it white with gesso. It's just gonna. So I wouldn't use it as paint because it's just too not really good enough for that. Just taking it off there, leaving the magnet clear. Right, that should dry now. If I've missed anywhere. Yes, I have. Funny enough, I have. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I set it up about an hour ago because I forgot last week to do it. That's fine. It's probably why you had the notification an hour ago. Okay, we're on white. White on white. Not very exciting, is it? So I'll just put this bit to the side because that's just going to be painted. Not sure what I'm going to paint it with yet. I don't know. That feels wet still. Okay. So that one, and use the green and red. You can use the pink, the turquoise. Quite like the green in that one though. Oh, gonna have to use that one now, isn't it? It's so cute. All right, there's my brush. Now, that brush wasn't going to grab much water. That one will, I think. Just plain water. What is that? Oh, not washed properly. It's got pink in it. Not good. I'm just using plain water. So hopefully it'll just tear out there. Hi, Sylvia. Right. I think that's going to look cute. Will be more vintage pinks and greens rather than the classic red and green. No, that's fine. Be less like Christmas then, wouldn't it? So if you wanted to give it away to somebody, it wouldn't necessarily just be a keepsake that they'll use just for Christmas. Use it any time. A bit like that. Picked up that pink. Like a sage green. Very pale sage green. Right. So these molds have come from Stamperia. There's the lace and the little little pattern edges. This one has got these pieces which I might use. Don't know what I've done with the other one. I think there's two. This one's what's left, KACM 19. And I think I've got the other one. We'll just get that one out. There's that one which I don't have in stock. I can't remember what number that one is. We'll see. I was just making sure I wasn't going to open the same one I had before. with this lace one, I had intentions with it because I was going to do a bauble. I think I've obviously changed my mind now. I still need it. As you can see, I hate using my own stock. Can I get away with not using it? No. I'm going to use up whatever clay I've got left. I think this is all gone hard. Yeah, that's all gone hard. I'll be using that one. A tiny bit left of that one. So, let's see. Oh yeah, this one's fine. Only a bit left. So, just debating how it's going to look before I actually tear it some more. So if we put that, use that one. I think there. And down the bottom I can use one of these. This one, I think. So I'm using the hearty clay. A lot of people use I don't know, all sorts of stuff underneath to stop it sticking, but I don't find it too bad. Okay, that will fit there. And then maybe we'll just follow the heart way, that way with these thinner ones. And straight. I can't tell if that's straight. That looks straight. Okay, which one shall I use? So this one's got like leaves. This one's got like little daisies. Not really. So I've got a little lump of hard clay in there. I'll throw that in the bin. I'm just going to make it into make it a bit longer to fit the length. So leaves, oh, I don't really want, I want a longer thinner. So all this excess I'm just pushing into the mold after I've pulled it all off. That way it will sit flat. And just keep pushing the excess all the way to the end. It does, and then just pull it off. I'm not sure if it's going to sit right. I'm hoping it will. Might have to cut a bit off and we'll see. Oh, you're all saying leaves and I'm going for the daisy. I'll do one with the leaves and then you can tell me which one's which. Which one's best? Oh, you've got your fleece, you're all sorted. It shrinks, yes it does. So I did buy some myself, Jan. And for what I use it with the mushrooms, etc., I was a bit wary because I do a lot of like 3D scenes, and I was worried because it's made with cornstarch, and apparently you know, it attracts insects, so I wasn't fussed on that either. Okay. So these are the leaves. Don't know which way they would go. There's the leaves. I think I prefer daisies. Not longer, it's just, I don't know. I don't know why that's strange. So the best bit about the cold porcelain, so this is made with the cold porcelain, little dainty mushroom. The good thing about it is, it's quite, what's the word? Flexible. You can flex it a lot better than the hearty white, because that will the stress will probably break it, so it's a bit more. Oh really? I didn't find that. I didn't realize that, because I know a lot of people use the cold porcelain clay to make very thin, fine flowers and leaves. So I suppose it's all, all these clays have got their own, the right purpose for them. Right. I've also found with cold porcelain, it goes hard very, very much quicker than the hearty white. Or maybe it's because I'm just used to using the hearty white. I don't know. I found them not as good. And so they'll join there. That'll be maybe I need something similar to this to go up the top rather than that, because that's quite flat. Oh, you never know, Jean. You never know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that's psychic. Yeah, so if I try this one. Catch that while it's still wet. Maybe there. Why doesn't it bend as much? I'm gonna catch it more into the kind of heart. Maybe just make it heart shaped anyway, without that bit. And I'll meet it at the top. I think maybe I prefer that. It's just the one. What does everybody else think? I think I prefer that one too. Right, so that piece of paper will fit in there perfectly. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Right, just making sure it's straight. Nope. Yes. Right. Take that away. Get some decoupage glue. What I'm going to do is just do the middle bit, because I might need to wet these edges to make them smaller. I just need something to stick it down in the right place. There we are, so it won't budge for a minute. So that goes down there. Put it back where it was. And I like needs to go up a bit. I don't want her stuck. The piece hanging over her head. Maybe. Right. I think it needs to come down when it come off. Yes, it will. Thank goodness. That's better. It's definitely in the right place. I know what I was going to do. All that fuss, and I forgot to cut the edges off. That was my water brush. The ways and means of doing this is probably an easier way, but I'm right. So I think that one is done. Oh no. Come along. Yep. And there's just that tiny corner there that needs pulling off. So that should be about right. I'm going to blend those in a bit. And then I'll sit there somehow. It's looking pretty already. There you go. You found people. Hello. Right, we know for sure now it's in the right place. Decoupage glue. Yeah, we're not even on so many platforms now. I think that was confusing for some people. I think we're just on Mad Archers, and then I've shared it into Pajamas. Oops. And we're on my own page, I think. There we go. So what we need now is heavy body gel. Hi, Joe. So I'm going to need to cut this to get those points right. It's not bend. So let's get that in there. That should be on there. It'd be easier to get that heart shape. So we're going to have to cut bits of that heart off. Just wondering which way it would be better to attach. I just feel this one is longer. Okay, that one's attached there. I don't know why, because that's not in the right place. I've got to use the camera to see if make that central. Right. That is better. I don't think pushing that further apart is going to do it, because it won't get that heart shape. So we'll definitely have to cut some off. So it's like scalpel. Mr. Scalpel, where have you gone? Right. So I think I'm going to use this join here to put those in. So that way. And that way. And I'm just gonna, while this still wet, I'll push it together, save gluing it later, and it looks better blended. I think I might need to cut that up. A bit down. I could push that out. Have that there. How's that looking? There you go. Didn't quite get all those off. I think it'll be okay once I paint it anyway. Looks off centre and looks upside down. Hang on now. Does it look off centre? It looks okay to me. Hmm? It's not. Is it off centre or isn't it? I think it's these pieces. The circle. Um, that is about right. This looks a bit up. I can't help it. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. It'll bug me if it's not right. I'll clean up that in a minute and I might have to fiddle again. So I've moved it out of place. So we're back to not quite straight again. Let's put it on there, that's straight. That's straight, that's straight. There you go. I'll be there forever trying to fix it. I can't do it. I don't know. Is it off? Looks okay to me. Looks straight-ish to me. It'll do. It'll be forever. Up, down, in, out, back and around. Driving it. I still need that. So yes, I am quite impressed with those little Stamperia ones. I think that these would look lovely on the edges. Yeah. And they're quite detailed. Okay, so I'm just gonna dry it while I'm at it. There's going to be some shrinkage. And I've caught my finger on her face. So she's lost a little bit of her face, but I think we can get away with it. Right. Oh, hi, Sarah. Oh, that's it's going quite well, yes. Obviously a bit stressful, and my poor little desk buddy was showing me my job. I think I frustrated her as well, but I think by the end, by Friday, I think I was doing okay. So yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm the first one she's taught that job to, so she must be used to it. I wonder if I can push it down a bit. Maybe I can see it a bit better. So what I'm using now is the Deco Varnish Matte. Now I'm using this to protect the paper, because if I'd done that first of all, I wouldn't have lost a bit of her face. So this will allow me to add some paints without ruining the paper. And then if I make a mistake, this varnish will allow me to pull the paint off. Go over this as well. That will dry it. Oh, that sounds like my hubby coming home. Okay. So. Colours. So do I have a vintage green of some sort? I have that colour. Two blue. Oh, I need I'm looking for white base to start. And there we have it, a white base. Spotted grey. And there's a dark grey if I need it. Grey and dark grey. We'll see. So I'm going to try with the white base. There's my little palette. There we are. So I do have these in the shop. They're the strip off tear tapes for acrylics. Let's get the white base to start. Right, so I'm going to test how I'm going to get that. It's like a bluey dark green. I don't know what colour it is. I'm going to just do a test sample. So, there's the light grey. That will give it kind of bluey look. And then we need way too light, so we need the green. It might be the wrong green, but we'll see. You can darken it with the dark grey as well, so that we can change that around as needed. So, okay, so that's way too green. So we need the dark grey. What? Oh, sorry, my husband's talking to me. He's trying to be quiet so you can't hear him. Oh, look, I think that's a not far off now. That's not a bad match. That's quite a good match. So we know these three colours will work. Well, that was my little test one. So I can see down here it's a little bit darker grey. So with that test one now, I'm just going to add some more dark grey, and then hopefully that will, might have to add some black to it. I don't know. Look how it looks. That is not a bad match. So as you can see, as you come down, it's perfect there. And then as you come down, you can see it's a little bit darker. So I'm going to split this in half again. And then add a bit more, maybe even a touch of black. And a tiny squiff of black. It's not even worth noting, but it will darken it. Oh, see, I've gone a bit too far. Too far. Nope, that's, sorry, the shade is in the way, but there. It's going to be too dark. Just add a bit more white. And that should be okay. There's only a tiny bit difference. There you go. So let's see how that looks. That's not a bad match. Need a better brush than that. Yeah, that brush was a bit too stiff. I couldn't even get it in here. And then it's the lighter one. Do it again. And just add in white as it goes lighter. Just to extend that paper out. There we go. Let's blend that out a bit. I'm just gone with a little bit more white because I'm just going to just complete up there in the corners of a heart. That's not happening, Leon. They're not corners. So I'm going to be very careful with this one because her hat is quite close. That one is a bit darker. I've completely filled that now. I'm just going in and making sure all those little bits just under the edge of the let's see it, but you see the white down there. Right, I was concentrating a bit. As it dried, it's got a bit darker, so I'm just going over. It's a bit more lighter. It will dry darker. There we go. What colour are we going to use? I think the grey would be nice. Just do an all over. Or we could just do the greeny grey all over. Gonna have to make enough to do the bottom as well. Oh, we should. Oh, thank you. Not too bad with the blending. But as you can see, I've gone a bit too light again, but we'll see now when it goes dry what colour it goes. Like a khaki green. More grey. At least this will be plenty to go on there. Yes, I like that. It's more of a vintage grey now. Greeny grey. Much more vintage. Yes, I like it. So that was garden green and just grey. Brush, brush, brush. I'm going to use this brush because I like it. Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. Love it. So you've got to be quick because obviously acrylic paint really dries fast. So when you're using a block of colour like this, just remember to like do all the top first. Then the reason being, if you run out of paint, it's easier to use a different colour, say like on the base, than having two colours on the top. That makes sense? I'm hoping I got enough anyway. Oh, that's very cute. So I'm going to leave that for a bit, and I'm going to make sure I do the sides all one colour first, and then use what's left to do the rest. Yes, exactly. So you never know when you run out, especially when you're making your own tone or whatever, or your own shade. I mean, if you wanted to, you could use a separate moulding around, but I don't think I needs it. And these Allegro paints, I mean, they got quite good coverage. Right, I'm just checking all the colours been used before moving on to another section. It'll be easy to line it up in the right colour. There you go. Oh, see you later, Jean. Oh, I love this shade, you know. I think I'm going to have plenty left to do the moulding. We shall see. It's looking good. Yes, I think I overestimated with the paint. I might have enough to do the colour inside as well. Bye. This bit I'm not fussed on. I like that colour there. Concentrating time now. Tongue out and everything. I've said what's coming in the shop. I've got to say what's new in the shop. So it's the Stamperia Roseland and Blueland and Woodland. The Woodland is almost sold out. Very popular. The 12 by 12 went straight away. I haven't got any more to replace it. I think the Roseland and the Blueland is like a revamp of an older collection. I think it was a bit before my time. I wasn't aware of them. Well, I was aware of the Blueland, but not the Rose one. Right, I should have enough for the inside as well, which is good news. I'm just going to do a section at a time just in case. Should be plenty. Like I said about the magnet. Just try not to cover it. Or uncover it if you do. Just done it again. Another thing probably coming in next week, I forgot all about that, is the Decoupage Queen new Christmas papers. Don't let me forget it. I think I could have done another one of these with the amount of paint I did. Never mind. At least we got enough. I'd rather have too much than too little. Yeah, it is always better to have too much. Trying to match it up again. Like that. Do the fingerprint job. I'm just looking for bits that I've missed. Into I can see loads of bits I've missed on this. You know, sometimes when you put a lot of paint on, it will bubble, and then you will notice where you've not been, there was a bubble there. Just going in and poking these. Or places I've completely missed. Yeah. I've got loads of this white left. If you can see, it's gone a bit too grey. I just want to go in there. Lighten it up a bit. It's too big to plot with. There you go. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be way too light. We'll see how it comes out. Yeah, we'll see how that looks. And it dries. I don't think I've missed any, so there's no white bits. I can use up some of these colours here so that on the lid, I'm not going to put another thing in there. We'll just use a lighter colour inside. And use it all up. Who's going to see the inside? What I mean to say, you won't see the inside on the outside at the same time, so it's not going to be an issue. Oh. Colour there. Oh, thanks, Sue. Not sure whether I'm going to just put a bit of gold on there or maybe some white antique paste. Who knows? Let's decide in a minute when it dries. Might just have enough to finish. Please be just. That's okay. We're nearly there. Just trying to make it stretch a bit further. Oh, like this. There. I'm just picking up the with the lighter green. It will make it look a bit more shabby. Very won't be very noticeable, but it will give it a bit of texture. You can quite see it. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to rub it back with a bit of can't think of the word, sandpaper. That's up to you. That's not bad. 2 hours. No, hour and 3/4. It's dried. I'll put a little bit of that on there. So what I'm going to do is try and dry brush this a bit white. Just looking for a suitable brush. The tiniest bit white paint. Very little on your brush. Oh. I'm just building up that white slowly but surely. Don't need a lot, just to highlight it. The drier your brush, the better. And it's up to you if you use gold or prefer gold on it. Okay. Yeah. Too much on the brush. That'll teach me. So it looks a bit more like shabby wood. I'll pick more white out of this. Are you all still hanging on in there? You're nearly done. You can see the dry brushing is just picking up all the grain. A little bit of gold on there. Very subtle. I think I'll use the yeah, it is a pretty colour, isn't it? So there we are. Garden green and grey. I'll just use a little bit of this, the chameleon gold. This one is white gold. I don't want it you know, 2 gold. And then put a big lump of gold there. Just the slightest shimmer. Yes, it's the first time I brought the chameleons into Mad Arches. In the last order of, was it last week or the week before? Yeah, they're very, very popular. Not enough to take away from the green, but enough to make it very subtle. And then I'm just going to use a bit of fine line crackle to finish it off. For the couldn't get those words out. For those that haven't used fine line crackle, it's my favourite. The best. This comes into. This brush is not very good, is it? End up with lines here. Okay. So it's going to come two components. I'm going to speed up the process. It is best to make sure that bottom one is very, very dry before you put the next one on. But we're going to wing it today. And the best solution if you struggle with to get the cracks going, if you've got a radiator that's on low, is to actually sit it on that. You will get a better bubble from the heat. You will get a lovely set of crackle. Spoiling you soon. Crackle as well. Find an appropriate brush. Don't know where all my brushes are gone. They must be in the wash or something. Who knows whether this will work? Might not be dry. So technically, the slower the heat, the better the crackle. We're going to try and jimmy it, just so we can see what it looks like when it's done. I'm heating it from the bottom as well, because that will help. Otherwise you'll end up with a big skin on the top. Yeah, it's bubbling now, so it's gonna, that's where the skin is come up. We've not started yet. Like I said, I don't know how dry the bottom one was before putting it on. So we're just hoping and praying here. I can see some come in. I went around all the edges. Looks like the glue in the, because of the heat. Hearty clay is blowing up. That's all right, we can go back over. It's bubbling. Crackles are just coming. We're nearly there. See them just forming. Just wafted a bit to cool it down. They're not quite fully formed yet, but they're nearly there. You can tell because when you put a little bit of the umber, you can see the cracks already forming. It was too hot. I can see it on her better. Probably more, more will form now as it stays warm. I mean, you wouldn't rush it and you wouldn't get the hearty clay expanding. You'd have a much more clearer. You can definitely see the crackle. That's it. Something different for today. Hope you liked it. I'll just put the hardware back on and paint the bottom. And we're done. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you hopefully next week. Who knows what we will do? Thanks for joining. Bye.